Hey guys, welcome back to Meghan Grace DIY. This video is part of my Back to Basics series, which takes one sewing technique and focuses in on it so you can learn how to do it technically accurate. This video focuses on how to do a rolled hem. You're going to use this technique across many different projects, so I opted to do a video focusing just on this technique. So in case you need a little bit of a refreshment or you've never done it before, you can refer to this video. A rolled hem is used in a variety of situations, from hemming skirts to hemming pants to hemming the edge of a bag, or in the example I'm going to show you, used to hem the edges of an apron. The picture I'm showing you right now is an example of a narrow rolled hem. This is often used when you're hemming like a silky fabric, like a chiffon or a satin. That way the hem is not too heavy for the garment. You can also get a special presser foot that will do the rolled hem for you as you sew. Not surprisingly, this is known as a rolled hem presser foot. What I'm going to demonstrate is how to do a 1/2 inch rolled hem. I'm working on a barbecue apron, and I've got another tutorial on how to complete the entire apron. The apron requires a rolled hem around the entire edge of the apron. So I've started by pressing down the top edge over a 1/2 inch and pressing it down. And then I'm going to go ahead, bring it down another 1/2 inch and press that down as well. Once this is completed, you should see no raw edges anymore. Next, I'm moving on to rolling the arm curve of the apron. I thought this was important to show you because anytime you're rolling a curve, it takes a little bit of extra special finesse. I'm pressing in at 1/4 inch, and then I'll do my second fold at 1/4 inch. The reason I make it smaller is because of the curve. The bigger you try to fold in, the more likely it is you'll get some bumps, and that just doesn't look nice. I'm turning the apron so I can have access to the bottom part of the curve, and I'm going to press that part and work my way towards the top part of the curve that I've already pressed. Right now I'm showing you how to press a curve that's concave or curves inward. You also need to have a little bit of special finesse when you're pressing a curve that's going outward, or a convex curve. This situation is most likely to happen when you're hemming the edge of a skirt. Most skirts have a curved edge to them, but this is also where that rolled presser foot would really come in handy. I've now moved on to the side seam of the apron, and I'm doing the same exact thing, pressing it in about a 1/2 inch and then folding it again another 1/2 inch. I think now that you've got the pressing part down, we can go ahead and skip forward to the sewing machine part. But just as a reminder, no matter how experienced you are at the sewing machine, I always recommend pressing your rolled hems first. When stitching a rolled hem, I like to stitch at a length between 2 and 3. Your stitching should end up right along the edge of the fold of the rolled hem, not the edge of the garment, as you can see here. Your goal is always to be as neat and even as possible. Here I am stitching that curved part of the rolled hem. I just want to remind you that, especially when stitching curves, you should be sewing as slow as you need to. I'd much rather you come out with a beautiful project that you took your time on than a project that you rushed through. As I showed you during the pressing process, the curved rolled hem is about half the width of the side seam rolled hem. Just because the bigger the curved rolled hem is, the more likely it is you're going to get some bumps along the way. Lastly, I want to note that if you feel more comfortable using pins to hold the rolled hem in place, please go ahead and do so. I've tended to not use them since I've already pressed it, but many people do prefer to use pins to hold that rolled hem exactly where they want it to be. And here's our curved rolled hem completed. See how the stitching is nice and smooth, and the evenness from the edge of the garment to the stitching stays the same distance the entire time. And this is the final project that I was demonstrating how to complete a rolled hem on. It's a simple barbecue apron, and all of the edges have a nice, clean, straight pressed rolled hem, making the garment look very professional and well done. As a sewing professional, I really believe that learning a technically accurate rolled hem and keeping that in your bag of tricks is something that you'll use time and time again and really creates a beautifully professional finish on any project you make. So thanks again for stopping by Meghan Grace DIY and taking part of my Back to Basics series. If you're a beginner sewer just learning the trade, I really suggest you look at the other videos in the series to help learn many techniques that you can use towards bigger projects, as well as learning how the sewing machine operates, how to thread it, and how to buy a new sewing machine if you're looking for one. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial, and if you did, make sure you hit the subscribe and notify button so you'll be aware whenever I post a new video. And if you're interested in checking out more about my life, feel free to check me out on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter at Meghan Grace DIY. And as always, happy sewing!